Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong has announced sweeping changes to the cabinet, which he said reflects the urgency of the need to prepare for leadership succession. 3 ministers will leave the cabinet, and out of 14 ministries, 11 will have new ministers in charge. Overall, the cabinet shrinks in size from 21 to 15 ministers. Deputy Prime Minister Teo Chee Hean will relinquish his defence portfolio for the Home Affairs one and will also be coordinating minister for national security. And Finance Minister Tharman Shanmugaratnam will be promoted to Deputy Prime Minister and also hold both manpower and finance portfolios. Speaking at the Astana, Mr. Lee described the changes as, quote, epochal, as both Senior Minister Goh Chok Tong and Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew are leaving the cabinet.
MM and SM have dedicated their lives to Singapore, building the nation, raising living standards and enabling future generations to enjoy a better life in a transformed Singapore. Now they've decided that it's time for them to step down and to leave it to me and my team of younger ministers to take Singapore forward into the future.
Mr. Lee in particular thanked SM Goh for mentoring him in politics. Today, Mr. Lee said he's accepted both former Prime Minister's decisions to step down from cabinet. Both men had decided to step down after the elections, and Mr. Lee rejected suggestions that it's because they could have had a negative impact on the PAP's performance in the election.
I believe that MM's comments were negatively received by a significant number of Singaporeans, but I do not believe that he determined the election outcome. And I do not believe that is the reason. I know that is not the reason why they made this move. They made this move because, as they said, we are going forward into a new and more challenging environment, and it's best for a new team to take Singapore forward.
Mr. Lee Kuan Yew will be appointed Senior Advisor to the Government of Singapore Investment Corporation and relinquish the chairmanship to Prime Minister Lee. Mr. Goh Chok Tong will be appointed Senior Advisor to the Monetary Authority of Singapore and give up his position as Chairman to Finance Minister Tharman Shanmugaratnam. Mr. Goh has also been given an honorary title of Emeritus Senior Minister. 3 ministers will be retiring: Deputy Prime Minister Wong Kan Seng, National Development Minister Ma Bao Tan and Transport Minister Raymond Lim.
I wanted a fresh start, and that's why I've gone for a radical change. There is a significant continuity with the previous cabinet in terms of the key members who are involved. I mean, Tharman and Teo Chee Hean have worked with me for quite many years, and so have a good number of the ministers who are continuing. So it's a combination of continuity and change, but it's a fresh presentation and a fresh lineup, and we're going to take a fresh approach. What do we need to change now? And we hope that over time, this group will be able to acquire the same experience and the same feel as the older team has.
One of the big changes Mr. Lee had to deal with is the loss of Mr. George Yeo as Foreign Minister, which he described as, quote, grievous. The new Foreign Minister is Mr. K. Shanmugam, who will concurrently hold the law portfolio. He also said the 3 ministers who are retiring had asked to do so before the elections, but Mr. Lee only agreed to let them retire now. Health Minister Koh Boon Wan volunteered to take on the National Development Ministry, and Mr. Lee said he's backing Mr. Koh with a very strong team. It includes 2 ministers of state with a newly elected MP, Brigadier General Tan Chuan Jin. Mr. Lee said the team is prepared to look at everything from scratch and described and explained what he's looking for in the new leadership. He added that there will be a midterm review in about 2 years.